Hi everybody, this is Sam with Python Basics, and we are going to look at some more loop control. And this time we're going to talk about break and continue. I've had some videos with it, but I have not explicitly done a video on break and continue, and I want to apologize for that. So, alright, let's just jump into it. So, alright, these are keywords that Python utilizes, and they're pretty self-explanatory, but we'll get more into what they actually do. So, break, of course, stops it, so it's going to cut off the loop and kick you out of it and move down the code. And continue is it's Python's variation of a go-to line. I think it was C++ that has that. So if you get to this one, if you have this condition, go to this. So it would tell you where to go. Well, Python's like, I don't want you to have to keep up with where it goes. Let's just go back to the beginning of the loop and start over. So let's look at this. Range, let's do 9. And print I, but if I equals 4, break. So let's put this in comments, run this, and I forgot in. There we go. So here we go. Let's see. 0 through 8. And that's that. So now let's uncomment this and see what happens. Lo and behold, I will get to 4, and if I equals 4, that condition is met. This is true. Go down to here, break out of the loop. Boom, stop. So, alright. So in this situation, we have a for loop that is going to do something a certain amount of times, or if this condition is met, this is the max that it's going to do, or if we have a situation where this is here, then stop. And I'm actually going to put a card right here, I think it's right here, for lowest common denominator. That is a perfect example, because once we met our condition, we want to stop going through the loop. So this is a perfect, because we had a max and min situation, and it was going to go at least to the max, but if it was met, stop looking, print that out. That is a perfect example. So it's almost like the example of a warranty for a car. 100,000 miles or 10 years, whichever one happens first. That's a good way to think about break. So, all right. Now let's look at continue. And continue is kind of like the reverse of you're going to stay in the loop until something else happens. So let's look at this perfect example. Let's use a while loop, but first let's do count. Oh, no, we're going to do guesses. Guesses equals 0. Now, before, we have had situations where we have taken a while loop and we had a condition where we made it true, and then we changed the variable and we changed it to false so that it would fail out. Well, we're going to do this with a continue, and then we're going to throw in a break. So, all right, we're going to hardwire this true. Then we're going to take some input from the user, which is going to be us. Enter guess. Close that out. Okay. If num not equal to 0. I'm going to increment this up 1. And we're going to continue. So I'm going to show you this. Continue. Haha. And there's your tell. I can't spell, so I knew it wasn't correct because it didn't go orange. Alright. So basically, this is going to go over and over and over and over again until, because if I, here, else break. Alright. Run this. Guess 1. Oops. Guesses. Oops, if you type your variable right. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So I'm going to hit 0 here. It's going to enter out, and I forgot to print guesses. Okay, let's do this again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 12, and 0. Then my total number of guesses that were wrong were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 guesses. So now I want to show you this. I can literally move the break up to here, then rerun this, and I get the same situation. You might say, well, why do we need the break? Because of this right here. So how many wrong guesses did I have? 1, 2, 3. So if I comment this out, this is just going to continue. So I go 0, 0, 0, 0. Nothing happens except when I get an error. So this is a perfect example because I had a break in here, but I had a continue before it. So stop where you are, go back to your loop, your first loop, because now I'm going to show you an example of how breaks out of only the first for loop. Let's see where we are. 7 minutes. Okay. So this is an example of exactly what I'm talking about. Stop where you are, stop in your tracks, go back to the top. That's what continue does. So, all right, let's cover this. So now I'm going to do an example of for I in range 3, for J in range 3, print J. Actually, if J equal to 1, break, print J. Alright, you ready? 0, 0, 0. So, print, here, we're going to see this so you can see it. I 0, I 0, I 0. So, alright, the way that break works is it will only kick outside the loop that it's associated with. So it didn't just break out of here, or excuse me, it didn't break out of all of this indentation. It just breaks out of the first indented loop that it's in. So it still came back up here each time. Then I still printed this out. And if I wanted to make this 2, you can see this a little bit more. So it's going to go I, 0, 1, then it's going to hit 2, break out, not print 2, come back, skip out of here, come back all the way to the top, then start back over. Does that make sense? So there we go. Break only breaks out of the first, does not break out of the entire. So if I wanted to break out of this entire, I would need to put that here, so it will only do this one time, because it came through here, hit this, broke out of its connecting loop. So that is break and continue. These are very powerful when you're going through and you want to have conditions, and you need some flexibility with your loops, because you're going to be starting to get more advanced, where you're going to be like, I need a condition where it happens continuously, and then there are going to be times where I need this to jump out. These are the tools that you use. So a little bit longer video than we're used to, guys, but you guys are getting good and sophisticated, so I thought this would be time to talk about it more in depth. This is actually tied to another awesome, great question. In next video, we're going to really dig into it. So please drop any comments, questions, video requests below, and I'll get right to them. You guys are phenomenal. So as always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.